clickety clack. Along main lines, rickety track.
She whispers softly in my ear.
Just say your last name.
Just find a place to make the syndicate easy.
That's just the way it is. Sit down, see when things could only get better.
Yet the same in so many ways.
I no recollection of the last time I came here.
But if we get much closer, I could lose control. And if your heart surrenders, you'll need me to hold.
I wouldn't be myself without you. Take a piece, take a picture of me. I don't care what happens, see, 'cause I know I'm happy.
Hello everybody and welcome once again to Kandu Arts for Sustainable Development's Open Mic for Open Minds. My name is Brian Reid and this broadcast is brought to you in association with the Rivo Lounge and with Co by Drags. I believe this is episode 112. As we move into sort of Alistair Cook territory past the century, it fills me with first of all gladness that we're still making progress and we're still taking things forward, but also a little bit of sadness because it seems that the farther away we get from the idea that the world is about to end due to COVID, due to the pandemic and all of the other stuff that's gone on with that. We're starting to realise that coming out of the pandemic just throws into sharp relief the fact that there are so many other things going on which are detrimental to our society, to our health, physical and mental, and that the truth is that every single one of these politicians, they're naked emperors, and they are operating under the misnomer that A, they can actually make a difference, B, they actually know what they're talking about or know what they're doing or have a plan. And the truth is that there is no plan. There is only the maintenance of the status quo. There's only the desire to keep things the same, to resist the forces of change, which means that the increasing numbers of people in our society who have they're not interested in anything but the propagation of their own view. They're not interested in living, they're not interested in communicating, they're not interested in having some kind of a dialogue, which means that people recognise these things are a process and they're a negotiation. That means that we're permanently left in a situation where we're either in pre-war rhetoric or we're actually going to war. And that bleeds through into personal life as well, where things escalate without requirement, without need, due to ego, due to rudeness, due to just nobody being prepared to engage. People are afraid to hear opposing points of view now. All right, and the shocking events of this week in Buffalo, once again, where another sad young man, right, with limited social opportunities and limited experience and incredibly vulnerable to grooming and to psychological domination, or regurgitating these racist tropes, all right, and talking about, replacement theory. Seriously? There are over 300 million people in the United States right now, okay? And less than 20 million of them are black, okay? Right? It doesn't matter how many immigrants come from the South or come from anywhere. They're not going to replace the majority of voters in the United States, okay? And so this is just another right-wing trope which is designed to feed people's paranoia and to make them vulnerable to and it feeds their fear of replacement. And this is built into like sort of the whole American system, which has been based on the supremacy of the white man, all right, from the year dot. People don't want to say it out loud, okay? But America as a society is the most racist, obsessed place that you will ever see. All right, where it is everywhere. All right, and there are whole swathes of the country who aren't buying into like sort of the old urban living, we're all in it together kind of thing. All right, they're interested in returning to the Confederacy. They're interested in returning to a world of known values where the white man was king. Even though the whole of America is built on fighting against the idea of a king. That's where the great phrase, no representation, no taxation without representation came from. It's the seed of the American Revolution. The idea that if you want to control a territory, if you want to take the goods from a territory, you've got to hear that territory. You've got to, we're not no longer vassal states, all right, or vassal peoples. So I'm fantastically down in the dumps about just the return of the relentless violence, which, to be fair, has not even gone away. It doesn't go away. It's an unending pulse of sadness and negativity and hatred, all right, where unstable, unintelligent, unconsidered guys who've been told they're marginalised their whole lives start believing it and think they can solve their problems by shooting people who are different than they are. And that doesn't solve anything. So this guy's now another right-wing martyr who's going to spend the rest of his life in jail, with a big rep because he killed all those innocent people that he didn't know. There's some weird stuff going on. And actually, the closer you get to home, the weirder it gets. Any cursory examination of the fallout of Brexit and the issues that are going on in Northern Ireland right now, all right, where let's not forget, the people of Northern Ireland have been denied any kind of representation in Stormont of Parliament, all right, over the last few years due to the complete inability, all right, of the unionists, the DUP and whatever, to actually engage with the process. All right, I think somebody once described having an argument with a unionist as having a staring contest with someone who's already cut their own eyelids off. All right, and that pretty much sums it up. The truth is their opposition is not based on anything you do. It's based on what they find acceptable or not. All right, and they're quite happy to deny all of their constituents and the people that they're supposed to represent any kind of voice in the national conversation because they're busy holding out this stand. I find it's staggering, absolutely staggering. And the more you listen to the inane Tories talking about how they're going to fix it and how they're going to do this, the truth is they've broken it. Brexit's broken. Brexit was never fixed. And we're only just now starting to discover the true cost of that. The fact that the Northern Ireland Agreement is under pressure because of Brexit, because of those rules. The fact that the government itself has had to change things that they were going to do, import controls and what have you, that they were going to put in place independently, because they recognise that the system is already shot, and that any further pressure on it means that the queues between Dover and Calais get bigger and bigger, or from Calais to anywhere, or from Dover back through England. All right, talk to the residents in Kent. All right, who guard the approach, those people who live around the approaches to the Channel Tunnel, and that massive gateway of trade, which is one of the lifeblood routes for this country. I think the truth is that Brexit has been shown to be the enormous self-inflicted wound that a lot of people said it was always going to be. There's nothing worse than a self-inflicted wound. Anybody that's ever shot themselves in the foot will tell you that. Okay? Now, the worst thing about getting shot in the foot by someone, or the best thing about being shot in the foot by someone else, is that you could blame them. But who do you blame when you shoot your own foot off? Who do you blame when you cut your own nose off? Who do you blame when you dash your own skull on the rock through your own stupidity? All right? And that brings me to my last point today, which is the fact that we are governed by stupid. However you may think about how the world works, there are a few things in life that are totally unpredictable. All right? One of the things that's completely predictable, okay, is that if you get into bed with a gangster or a crook or a criminal or whatever, at some point they're going to rob you, they're going to do you wrong, they're going to do whatever, because that's what they do, okay? But the thing about stupid people is, okay, is that they don't only hurt themselves, they hurt everybody around them, okay? And the worst thing about stupid people is that it has got nothing to do with class, with wealth, with educational achievement, with political outlook. Stupid is and stupid does, okay? And these people are indiscriminate, okay? Because they're stupid and they're unpredictable. The only thing that's predictable about them is their stupidity, and they damage everything around them. And we've got far too many people who are incredibly stupid, all right, who are exercising power over our public lives. It's unbelievable. All right, so if I sound like fantastically disillusioned and somewhat like sort of sorry for myself or whatever, it's probably a perfectly acceptable place to be right now. To look at what's going around you and put your head on your hands and go, oh my God, what? WTF? So, let's see what the next few days brings to pass in this cacophony of madness that we call life. All right, but next up, we're going back to a thing in this cacophony of madness that we look forward to every week, that we enjoy, that we've needed, that we've actually wanted, okay? And that's some entertainment, some playing, some music, some song, some poetry, whatever, okay? And that's what this does. That's what this thing does, all right? And that's why it's so good to be a part of. So without further ado, take it away, you amazing open micers.
What would I do without your small mouth? Driving me in and you kicking me out. I got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Wow. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating me down. I'm around with every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. Can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. Head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Loves your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Cards on the table, we're both showing hearts, risking it all, though it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Loves your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give my all to you. Oh, to me. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, you give me all of you. Oh. Working class hero is nothing to be. Working class hero is something to be. Hurt you at home and they hit you here too.
Last night in this strange flat land, the sky is streaked with feather clouds. The ditches, tracks and chimneys run a dead straight line, like the jet streams in the sky. Oh, take me home, I wanna go home. Grandfather was a farmer's boy, grandmother was a blacksmith's daughter. Through a stained glass window, I call it grandiose. Oh, take me home, I wanna go home. same old stars shine in the same old sky. Never want for more. What do you think they see when they're looking down at me? It doesn't matter anymore. The frost kissed the grass last night in this strange flat land. The sky is streaked with feather clouds. The ditches, tracks and chimneys run a dead straight line, like the jet streams in the sky. Oh, take me home, I wanna go. Oh, take me home, westbound road.
Give me a reason to stay, 'cause I don't love no more, and I'm caught in the way that you play, and now you let me down. Oh baby, oh, let me go if you won't stay. Oh baby, oh, let me go if you won't stay. Baby, not the first day, leave for the rest time. Who could see nor that
Hello and welcome back. Okay, if you're looking at this, then you come to the end of another broadcast. Okay, and I hope you've enjoyed the high standard of musical and lyrical content that you've been exposed to. And in this section as well, I want to pay tribute to a couple of people who've been part of this process early on. Poets who've shared their work with us. You'll have remembered a piece by a wonderful poet from Cirencester called Chloe Jacquet, all right, who did a film called The Dealer. And this film has gone around the world to festivals and what have you, and won a numerous, and won an LA Critics Award Prize the other day for spoken word piece. And another lady who's also shared her work with us. Her name is Katey Carson. She's based in Northern Ireland. And she is the author and the performer and one of the makers of a one-woman show which has been doing the rounds called Becoming Marvellous. The story about abandonment on the streets of Belfast. And I'm delighted to say that Katey, who's put some of her work in our open mic, has just recently, only the other day, been awarded a Saboteur Prize for Best Spoken Word Show. And I can't tell you how proud I am of her and what she's done, and how fantastic it is to see someone that I didn't know before the lockdown started, who is on their way to becoming a seriously successful artist. So yeah, check it out. Katey Carson, Becoming Marvellous. I thought she was marvellous to start with. She doesn't become marvellous, she become amazing. Okay, but and that just goes to show that there are lots of people involved in this who've got other fish to fry, who've got bigger things to do, who are on a stepping stone. They're on their way to doing something else. We're all on our way to doing something else. That I'm glad that this is a place where there's a space for those people to show what they've done as they go around, do their thing. All right, so congratulations to Katey, congratulations to Chloe, all right, and congratulations to Kandu for recognising that talent and putting it out there. So without further ado, I'll pass you on to the man that helps make this possible. Please take it away, Mr. Ed Deedigan. Thank you.
For those who never love life quite enough to fight through the dark, everybody finds life so tough. Yes, everybody finds it so hard. But the days when you play with your love and your life becomes quite amazing. When you dream through the smoke, through the ice, the rain, and all that's holding you back, it's crazy.